The Connecticut Sun have responded to Marina Mabrey's trade request, and they aren't feeling it. Not at all. In fact, they are standing strong. It got spicy. In fact, when I read the words from the Sun president, I almost had to do a double take. She gave some quotes. This is Jennifer Rosati, gave some quotes to Sportico and said, "We knew at the time that she had already forced her way out of 2 teams. So it was a bit risky for us to trade for her, but we felt like it was worth it in denying the trade request." So Marina Mabrey sees the rest of the Suns team bounce, says, "I want out." And they're like, "Nah, no trade for you." Now we'll see if this hardline stance continues, but Mabrey is perhaps the best player on that roster now. You have Natasha Cloud. They brought back Tina Charles in free agency. But this was a team that was competing for a championship, and that's what Mabrey thought she was going to. And it now looks like a team that could be competing for a top draft pick, which is probably why she asked for a trade. But if you're the Sun, they're saying, you're a key piece of what we're trying to at least be competitive with. So sorry, ain't going to happen. We'll see again if they hold strong to that, if they continue to stand on business with that. But that was the tone, the message that was given out. They said they're not in panic mode. Obviously, they just brought in a new coach who has international experience. We'll see how that plays in. But we haven't quite seen turnover like is the case with the roster of the Sun. I mean, it's pretty much unprecedented in sports in general to see that kind of exodus, right? Where you had a team that was in the, one game away from the WNBA finals, and their entire starting lineup from the last game they played is already gone. Franchise cornerstones are gone. Alyssa Thomas now with the Mercury. You also have, of course, Stephanie White, the coach, with the Fever, as well as DeWanna Bonner with the Fever, so on and so forth. Dejanay Carrington with the Wings. The entire core out the door. And it's not that often you also see a franchise kind of put its foot down, because players, what do they talk about in the NBA? The player empowerment era. And we've seen some of that in the WNBA as well, where in the WNBA, we've had even the players who get cored, who want to get traded, tend to get their way. And I don't know Mabrey's past history. I mean, obviously there's what happened with the Sky last year. And that was pretty public and apparent. In this case, I could understand why she would want to trade, but it doesn't look good when you have a history of it as well. And I was kind of shocked to see the Sun president put it so bluntly. It's spicy, right? Spicy response. So it will be fascinating to see if Mabrey says something about this too. Arike Ogunbowale already made a joke about it online, basically saying that this is how she would act if her trade request got denied. And of course, this is a joke, y'all, so don't take it out on Arike, but basically, implying she would just miss a bunch of shots. There's probably people joking that she takes a lot of those shots anyway. But Arike's a terrific player. Just a little humor involved here, but not a humorous response for Marina Mabrey. I wonder, how much of this was said to her directly before it was put out in the press. That is another wrinkle that I would like to see. But I kind of respect it, if I'm being real, from the Sun. I kind of respect it. Yeah, you get why Mabrey would want out, but I also get why the Sun would want to put their foot down, as they need to turn the page as well. And she is their best, or one of their best options at putting a representative product on the floor right now. Regardless, I think the word, like I said, is spicy.